prepared with a jug because they were probably going to play 2 more games after that at different locations. So they'd have like a giant, like, gallon jug they would bring around.
Trust me, I get it.
I'm good.
I'm pretty spit fire. Who's in there?
Fort Cobb's doing a live stream of it.
Yeah, I think it's their squirrel team.
They just bring Proctor out and put him on the mound to start.
Sure did.
And he's sandbagging him, throwing 80.
How fast can this kid throw?
91.
He is a well-rounded, multi-sport, multi-positional player.
And a good kid.
Has a lot of poise as a freshman.
Freshman?
Got dinged. No, he's not a freshman now, but I'm just saying as a freshman, he was already 2-3 in the rotation. And took his lumps, but he won more than he lost.
What year did he hit the walk-off home run?
Oh boy, I'm thinking it was either fall 2021
It was in the spring, wasn't it?
or spring 2020. Well,
Spring
2020 they
before
canceled
COVID?
it.
Spring of 19?
Yeah, probably.
Is he a senior now?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yes. Yeah, he hit a walk-off home run to win state at Bricktown.
And it was a bomb. Out of,
I mean,
out of their
every
ballpark is
ballpark.
just crazy. You remember the Leedy and Red Oak game where the kid hit it all the way, and if it hadn't hit the wall and ricocheted and rolled back to the center fielder, they would have probably,
Yes.
won that.
Yeah.
To hit it out of ballparks like that is crazy.
Yeah. Hit it off the 404 sign out there and ended up costing him the game.
Yep.
My best friend, his senior high school.
Alrighty, we are underway here. Game number 3 of the 2022 Best of the Best East versus West Festival. And it is immediately a 1-hit, 1-pitch, 1-out play. So we will have Eli Willits hitting right to Kyle Proctor. And the Rebels pick up where they leave off this spring. They are your 5-time 39-game active win streak, 58 straight games in spring play if you don't count fall. And you're looking at a team here that from 2002 to 2022 has won 18 state baseball championships. Fort Cobb Broxton loses a heartbreaker against Roth, plays them tough through about 3 innings. Roth absolutely just busts the game open in the 6th inning to win their 5th consecutive state title, fall and spring combined. And so they will be the featured team in the final game tonight, Leedy Bison versus the Roth Tigers. Braden Davis up to bat. Left fielder for the Mustangs. Gets a nice hack at it, but misses. Proctor up in the pitch count again, 1-2. And he's down 2. If you're looking for an easy out, it's going to be hard for both of these teams. But Silo is absolutely loaded from an offensive standpoint. They can run a team off a field in 1 inning straight, 2 innings or 3. Both teams very offensive based, but also exceptionally good in fundamentals and techniques. Head coach is Dale Bellamy for the Fort Cobb Broxton Mustangs, and the all-time winningest coach in America for high school baseball, Billy Jack Bowen. Ricochets off the glove of Proctor, puts the ball in play. It'll be dead and good enough for a single without error, so 1 on for the Mustangs with 2 down. The Bowen family is known in Oklahoma circles as the most successful group of relatives pretty much in the history of sports. Merle Bowen, the coach of the Asher Indians during their dynasty when he won 43 state championships, retired as the all-time winningest baseball coach in Oklahoma. At the time, he was number 2 all-time nationally, held the record, and then gave way to Eddie Collins of Latta. He retires, and the next season, Coach Billy Bowen catches him. Billy also has a relative, Randy Bowen, who is the number 5 all-time winningest coach in Oklahoma history, former coach of the Kiowa team, So as is, 3 of the top 5 all-time winningest baseball coaches are from the Bowen family. Fielder's choice tag, unassist 6, so Silo holds them to 4 up, 3 down. Rebels will be up to bat, bottom of the first inning coming up. Silo, one of the few teams in Oklahoma that actually have more roster spots for the varsity team than they can play with at all playoff tournaments, usually capped at around 22, 24 players. They generally have about 32 to 38 players that can pretty much go JV or varsity. But an exceptionally deep squad. They have become a powerhouse in baseball. As I stated earlier, they've won the last 5 consecutive spring Class 2A championships. Even though the game today is a scrimmage, they will carry over into the fall a 39-game win streak. Classifications for fall A and B will come out probably in about a month. If they stay consistent with what they have done, they'll let them play at least a week or 2 before they tell them what class they're going to be in. But I would anticipate Fort Cobb, Broxton, and Roth both being the teams to beat in Class B. And Silo, Dale, and Oaktahaw clearly the top teams in Class A. After seeing Calumet play earlier today, I certainly think they have a definite shot. Canute will be another team that will be there as well. Blaine Davis on the mound for the Mustangs. All right. Number 10 and the starting pitcher, Kyle Proctor, up to bat for the Silo Rebels. Inside pitch. And back to back, so take it 2-0 on the count. Just a reminder, all of the games will be tape delayed and broadcast. However, they will be uploaded after the game is concluded, and then there will be video highlights immediately for you to view. We'll do a box score recap of the day's games for total, and then probably tomorrow we will post a final team stat graphic for the leaders pitching and or hitting. Proctor gets the lead, so he'll take first. And the Rebels now have one on. Now up to bat, number 14, Connor Cordell. Shows bunt, takes strike, 0-1 on the pitch count. Keeps him in high and tight on first, back safe. From a distance, you would think that first baseman is Ric Flair's love child. Thus far, the Mustangs are definitely working the inside corner. Across the plate, he will still. Throw is on the mark, and they nab him. Proctor out at second. One down on the 2-4 throw out. Potential defensive play of the game right there. Boy, that was money on the throw. Now up to bat, number 14, Connor Cordell. He is hit by pitch. And moving along, number 18, Easton Ford. Young man who is a senior as well. Definitely a Division I prospect. Keep your eyes on him. If you're Oklahoma and Oklahoma State, he would be an awesome player to pick up. Silo making notable history this year with Oklahoma's first ever 5 draft picks. Silo getting some bragging rights to their ace closer sophomore. Norman North's Cade Horton going exceptionally high this year as well. Both teams have several players that will likely be candidates for OU, OSU, Big 12 schools, Crowley College as well. Again, inside on the pitch, unable to get the location on the plate. Really, he's getting behind on every batter thus far. 2-1 on the count. Hits across, fouls it off all the way out of the park and over the hill. Rips it out, flies to right field all the way to the wall over the head. So it's going to be a stand-up double. They're going to send him home. He is going to circle around and clearly beat the throw in safe. Bobbles the ball, heads to third, throws him. He could have thrown him out if he hadn't juded it. But nonetheless, Silo takes the early lead. Now at the plate, number 5, Delton Roberts. Had the catcher not tried to frame it and set it and walk, he might have had a better shot to throw him out. Rips it over to center field. That will fall for a sack RBI. 2 down. Another run will score for Silo. Make it 2-0. what could have been for Fort Cobb Broxton if they'd have just simply got that out on third base. Blake Nunn behind the plate goes to fire and just a little bit slow on the trigger. Easton Ford able to extend that double technically into a triple. Silo crowd exceptionally well represented here today. Ball is going to stay foul, but goes all the way to the first baseman, and good for him. What a snag. Wish I'd have moved the camera over a little bit. That was a great catch. Caught it over his shoulder. Through 1 inning, your score: Silo 2, Fort Cobb Broxton 0. Mustangs up to bat, top of the second inning coming up. I remember number 15 from the state championship game. He had a double, ended up hitting into a double play and just almost beat out a run that would have scored one more for Fort Cobb before he was thrown out to end the game. Tough loss for Fort Cobb Broxton. A lot of people had them number 1 over Roth in the championship game. Mustangs nonetheless lose back-to-back state championships, similar to Oaktahaw versus Silo. Baker, exceptional catch to end the inning. Exceptionally good hitter, usually has very good eye coordination, doesn't swing at a lot of bad pitches, and usually hits the ball pretty deep wherever he puts it. 0-2 count. It'll be interesting to see how long Proctor stays in or how far they pitch this game and how many pitchers will actually be on the mound for Silo. I believe we've already made a change and gone over to Delton Roberts, actually. Yep, sure have. So Proctor's day is over with 1 inning. It's the third, 5-3 ground up. Outside corner is called. 0-2 on the pitch count. At the plate, number 9, Blaine Bellamy, son of head coach Dale Bellamy. Dale took over for Dale Devon. Both school coaches have been pretty much lifers in the program as assistants before they came coaches. And Fort Cobb Broxton has been on a real heater and tear the last 10 years, making state every single season. 2-2 now on the pitch count. And a full count. Chopper over to third is going to hook foul, so the count will remain full and loaded. And back to back. Slow swing gets him golfing. He is down. Now at the plate, number 11, starting pitcher Blaine Davis. In for a strike. And back-to-back takes us to an 0-2 count. And back-to-back strikeouts. So we'll head to the bottom of the second inning. Score remains Silo 2, Fort Cobb Broxton 0. Game 3 of the 2022 Best of the Best East versus West Baseball Festival. All right, up to the plate, number 3, Josh Trout. Inside corner once again. And down the pike to even it up, 1-1 on the pitch count. Just a reminder, final game will start at approximately 5:30. It'll showcase the Leedy Bison, a Class B regional finalist this past spring season, against the back-to-back Class B/A state champions, Roth Tigers. 4 titles have come in B, 1 came in A. Whips it over to the third baseman, snags it, plants, fires, and gets the tag. What a good defensive play again. Number 15 is definitely ready for some NIL deals, folks. Catches one running toward the dugout over his shoulder. Gets the ball high, brings it back down, makes the tag. Now up to plate, Carter Parker. Just makes contact, evening up the count 1-1. Hooks foul, 1-2. Outside, tries to frame it though, 2-2. It is a beautiful day here, folks, at Norman, home of the Sooners. Beautiful ballpark, the L. Dale Mitchell Park. High flyer out to left field. I believe he's got that one perfectly timed, and it is another out. Say it with me. 4 weekends from today, the Oklahoma Sooners will take the field, and it'll be an absolute rockin' full house at Memorial Stadium. Up to bat, number 8, Charlie Gardner. He has got a 1-1 pitch count right now. Fouls it off, 1-2. Wicked rip again. Left fielder's got it. Barely even had to move back to back. So 2 flyouts to left field and a 5-3 ground out does it for Silo. So it's 3 up, 3 down. We'll head to the top of the 3rd inning. Mustangs up to bat. Silo continues to lead 2-0. And our 3rd pitching change of the game for Silo. Number 18, Easton Ford, now on the mound. So thus far, each pitcher has gotten 1 inning or 3 outs. First with Kyle Proctor. And then Dalton Roberts. So for anybody curious, as long as Silo doesn't lose the lead, potentially Kyle Proctor still gets the win as he goes out 2-0 in the lead. However, if Fort Cobb-Broxton ties it up or takes the lead, or Silo has to score again to keep the lead and win the game, then whichever pitcher's in at that time will be your winner. So it may get a little interesting here. Silo going with pitch by committee today, keeping all their arms sharp and fresh. Check swing misses it. Number 20, Brody Smith, the right fielder. Fouls it off again, back to back, 0-2. Just fouled down the left field third base line. Outside ties it up, 2-2 on the low out right part of the plate pitch. Outside again, catcher cannot keep it. 3-2, we're now full. Full count remains. Ball put in play right to the shortstop, scoops it up, fires, throws, and he is out. 6-3 on the ground out. Now up to bat, number 10, second baseman Tanner McAdoo. Nice hack there. Outside for ball 2, 2-1. And now 2-2. Thus far, all three Silo pitchers stymieing Fort Cobb-Broxton's vaunted offense. They are really missing Willits today. Chops it up again. This one's going to fall to the shortstop. One hands it, drops it though at first base. Looks like it hit the outside part of his glove. He had it open, but it just got the wrong angle of it. So they are on now with a single. It really is, because he had the glove and he had the catch, but he just didn't make it. Hard chopper, and again, another one by the third baseman. Has it in his glove, misses it. That one's a hot potato, so we'll give him the benefit of the doubt, but Mustang's now cooking with back-to-back shots and 2 runners on. It's what we call a hot potato. Braden Davis, the left fielder, now up to bat for Fort Cobb-Broxton. The younger Willits brother on base with the hard rip. Little over his head there, or at least up high for the strike. Throws down the bunt. It's going to go right to the pitcher. Ford's just going to hand deliver it. Base runner didn't even really give it a shot. Made that one pretty easy. Could have pretty much just rolled the ball if he wanted to. However, he does advance both runners. It comes, though, at an expense. Now 2 outs for the Mustangs. Up to bat, number 5, catcher Blake Nunn. Fouls the ball off. Did you give him credit for a single on the throw out? The scoreboard operator just left. So I'm trying to do both of them. Now up to bat number 6, Xander Marshall. He missed 4 batters.
No, I know.
All right, fly out to center field. And it is 1 down.
I mean, I have to respond to an emergency.
My wife said some of y'all had a question.
I was just curious, did you give him credit for a single before the throw out at home plate?
I don't know what they did. I don't.
I'm going to say that it's not because the plate ended the play effectively, but he did reach first base before the throw out.
That sounds good enough to me. I really didn't know either. I couldn't tell you. I'm sorry.
All right, 2 down. So we've got a 6-3 throw out, and Silo being stymied here after good success in the first inning. Not much doing in the second and third. Now up to bat number 14, Connor Cordell. We were kind of trying to confer on the previous play that ended the top of the third inning. Fort Cobb Broxton initially got a single, but the base runner from third tried to steal home and he got thrown out. So I don't know if it gives him effectively a single and a third hit of the game for the Mustangs or just kind of ends with the throw out. But nonetheless, that's basically the way the third inning wrapped up. And Silo here now with back-to-back outs and a 1-2 pitch count. And that's going to fall right into center field. 14 rounds. He's going to go for 2. Ooh, this is going to be close. He makes it. Fortunately, keeps those knees on the bag. So a double for the Rebels. Number 18 and current pitcher Easton Ford up to bat. In for a strike. And evens up the count 1-1. Outside corner, 2-1 on the count. And back to back. Throws the ball. It is off the mark. Wrong side for him to make the tag anyway, so he would have been safe regardless if he missed the ball. 3-1 on the pitch count now, 2 down. Rebels looking to add to their lead. Mustangs looking to get into the 4th inning and hopefully get on the scoreboard. And strikes him out. Oops.
No, it wasn't. There's two.
Oh, it is 2. That's right. I saw it flash, and I jumped too soon on that, folks. So we've got 2 outs, I'm sorry. And then now I believe 2 strikes, and I'm not sure if it was 2 balls or if it was 3 balls and 2 strikes. Hits it right to the pitcher, stops it, throws, fires on the mark. Boy, I tell you what, that first baseman is money in the bank. What a snag. So we end the inning with a ground out. We'll head to the top of the 4th inning for Broxton up to bat. They trail Silo 2-0. Game 3 of the 2022 Best of the Best East versus West Baseball Festival. I did the best I could.
Dude, you don't have to worry about it. Don't even worry about it at that point.
On one part of it, I've done that before, so I knew how to do it. On the one hit, I didn't even know how to call it because he crossed first, but then the guy stole home and he got thrown out at home. So.
But no, don't worry.
Yeah.
Don't even worry about it. I just had to go get ice. It would have been quicker if I could have just got ice in the freaking home dugout.
If there's one positive thus far in the game for Fort Broxton, it is that they have equally hit with Silo, held them to 2 hits. They each have 2 apiece. However, the 2 runs in the first inning, huge difference on the double that ended up turning into a triple. That's the difference in the game thus far. Mustangs have just kind of been stymied and unable to get really into a groove. They've only had a couple of base runners on. They haven't really had anybody threatening to score. It's been pitched by committee thus far, and so far you have to say that Coach Bowen has played this one perfectly. Kyle Proctor pitches 1. Another pitcher comes in the 2nd inning and pitches an inning. And now Easton Ford on back-to-back innings. Now you have to think that he will probably be the guy that's going to go 3 or 4 here. Both teams exceptionally well coached. Normally, they're both offensive juggernauts. And so to see this game 2-0 is a little bit surprising, but that also speaks to how well both teams pitch. I really thought that if we were going to have a 10-9, 11-10 kind of game back and forth, that this one might be it. Back-to-back strikes now, 0-2 on the pitch count. Number 3, Brody Devon up to bat. His father is the former head coach of the Mustangs, and he goes down on the strikeout. Caden Baker up to bat, and the first base extraordinaire looking to get the bats cracking here for the Mustangs. Flies it over to right. It's going to hook almost foul and stay in territory, so it is another out. One hop chop over to third base. Catches a really nasty spot in the grass. It's one of those balls to where it landed fair, but it whipped over and spun foul, so they're going to give the continued path of the ball outside the baseline. Boy, that one definitely just took a wicked turn. It clearly landed infield. Mustangs just so far unable to really get a lucky break thus far. Blaine Bellamy, the nephew of head coach Dale Bellamy. Fouls it off. Full count. Oh, you can't leave that one out there. Gets caught looking, so 2 strikeouts for Ford, a fly out to right field, and it is a 3 up, 3 down top 4th. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Your score remains the Silo Rebels 2, Fort Cobb Broxton Mustangs 0. We got a pitching change. All right, pitching change for the Mustangs to announce. Number 14, Mason Lukey. For the Rebels, number 5, Delton Roberts will be up to bat. After him, number 19, Sawyer Reddick, and number 3, Josh Trout. Old school announcers would call that the up to bat, on deck, and in the hole. And down the pike. Exceptionally well-placed ball all the way out to the center field wall. Left fielder unable to get it. It's going to turn into a triple. Heads down. Oh! Ooh, the umpire, you could tell he was thinking for a moment about calling that one out. That was razor thin. I think if you got the tag down lower instead of trying to get him on top of the body instead of front of the body, that would have been a better one. But throw had him turned around just a little bit wrong angle there. And that's going to do it. RBI single for the Rebels. Bobbles the ball momentarily. Nonetheless, it is a 3-0 lead for Silo. So a cushion run here for Silo. back in safe at first. Shows bunt, fouls it. Got a 1-1 pitch count that will resume. Pitcher once again keeping the base runner in high and tight on first. Just over the outstretched arms as the second shortstop leap of the game. He's going to send him all the way home, and he's going to score. It is going to be an RBI triple. Beautifully executed and done there by the Rebels. Substitution for a pinch runner here. Looks like number 23, Gabe Hernandez, will be on third. Also believe we have our first substitution of the game, Britton Salisbury, number 13, up to bat. One on the pitch count, evens up. And outside for back-to-back balls. Out up front, 2-2 now. Reaches and hits, goes home on the fielder's choice, excellently done. So it's exactly what you do, take the fielder's choice out, so we'll have a 5-2 throw out. Lady Bison are in the house. I've yet to see any Roth fans or baseball players here. Number 8, Charlie Gardner.
I'll come back. I don't need him out here.
Ball is put in play along the first base right field line. It's going to hook foul right into the netting. Evens up the pitch count now. 2 apiece. Catches him in a crossfire and throws off the mark again on the throw. Should have had that out. Stolen base. All right, resume 2-2 count. Two remains after the foul tip. Fouls it off to stay alive. Stays in. 5-3 on the ground out. They're going to give him, though, possession of the base. Looks like the foot came off as the stretch. Nope. Called him out. Could have swore he threw his hand sideways. So 5-3 on the ground out. Oh, foul. Never mind. I was getting ready to say. Threw me off when he went like this. This has proven to be the battle between the batter and pitcher today. 2-2 with 4 fouls or tips. So officially pitch number 11 coming up. Check swings, does not go, full count. And again fouls it off. And finally put in play. It'll be a fly out to right field, tags up, returns back to second base. Ball gets away from him, steals and heads into third. 3-0 count. And a walk. Fouled back over the press box. And a flyer over the shoulder of the left fielder. It's going to be a ground rule double. Flies over the wall, so scores one more for Silo. And now they are just piling it on Fort Cobb Broxton. Number 14, Connor Cordell up to bat. Ooh, boy, it's a good thing that one went foul. Evens up the pitch count 1-1. And just foul again. Stays alive at 1-2. And just outside 2-2. Foul again. Count remains 2-2. Gets him to hit right to the third baseman. Misses the tag. Wrong way to go. Loads him up. Should have fired that ball to first. Number 18, Easton Ford, back up to bat. One on the pitch count. Runner goes, catcher fakes the throw in safe. And calls the strike on the outside corner. Full count. And the money pitch is hit sharp to left field over the outstretched hand. And it'll score 2 on a stand-up 2 RBI double. Just mistimed the trajectory of the ball and didn't jump soon enough. This has been very, very surprising. I would have said on the paper of today's games, this is your must-see game. And thus far, that honor goes to Calumet and Rattan. Silo warming up and just moving the ball all over the field. All right, shallow blooper. Shortstop catches it probably a little bit harder than it should have been, so that ends the onslaught. Through 4 innings, your score: Silo 8, Fort Cobb Broxton 0. Mustangs up to bat, top of the 5th inning coming up. All right, so another pitching change here for Silo. Looks like number 19, Sawyer Reddick. fourth Silo pitcher of the day. Proctor pitches the first inning. Roberts the second, Ford the third and fourth. Up to bat for the Mustangs, number 11, Blaine Davis, flies out to center field. And a foul ball. Number 9 for Fort Cobb Broxton is heading to the bullpen. Blaine Bellamy. Nobody warming up right now for Silo. One, two now in the pitch count. Brody Smith leans in, 2-2 now on the count. And full count. Bloops it over to the third. Stops, fires, and misses the scoop. So Ford unable to get the spot. Single falls. That's another one that, I mean, it's close. Yeah, you gave the error, though, to Fort Cobb Broxton. Fly out to right field. Up to bat number 2. Shortstop Eli Willits. Ball down the pike, fouls it off, clears the pavilion, and now 1-1 on the count. And we have another walk for the Mustangs, so this is proving to be a potential swing inning. All they need to do is capitalize and get one of these runners across home plate. Now up at the plate, number 14 substitution player Mason Lukey. Who gives him the corner plate, 0-2 on the pitch count. Hits the ball to the second baseman. So we get the 4-3 ground out. Mustangs straying 2. Fielder's choice throw out there, and so we will head to the bottom of the 5th. Rebels on cruise control. They lead 8-0. Thus far, the premier game of the day has been a mismatch. Class 2A/Fall A Silo is pretty much ragdolling the Mustangs from Fort Cobb-Broxton. They are definitely missing Willits, but unfortunately they've just been unable to get any base runner to third and anybody at home and not tagged out. Blaine Bellamy remains on the mound. Number 19 in present pitcher, Sawyer Reddick. Ooh, that looked to be a pretty good pitch. 1-2. Just a reminder, final game of the evening will be approximately 5:30. It'll feature Class B teams, Leedy versus Roth. Oh, nice snag. I love that first baseman. Fouls it off. See a couple of Roth Tiger fans in the stadium now. Just don't see any of the players. Lady Bison players have been here for a considerable amount of time. Almost the entirety of this game. Another single for the Rebels out to left field. Another wicked rip. That one's going to go way over his head. One hop right over the wall. Another ground rule double. Only thing that saves the run from scoring is that. One on the pitch count. Just hooks foul. And again. Outside, ball gets away. Wild pitch will score one. Runners advance second and third. Third home. So the run that Silo generally would have gotten from that double that went ground rule over the wall, they get on the wild pitch. And fly out to center field, tags up. It'll be a sac RBI and a 10-0 shellacking for the Silo Rebels. This is a shocking game. I would have predicted Silo was going to win, but I would not have predicted it to be 10-0. Pop up. Goes right into the Silo dugout. It's going to be interesting to see how many games Silo can win in the fall to extend their 39-game win streak. A lot of Silo fans want to say they have a 58-game win streak, but that's only for the spring seasons. They lost 3 games in between spring of 2021 and 2022 in the fall. So it's 39 games that will resume, basically tying in from fall of 2021, spring of 2022, and again fall of 2022. 9-game win streak to end the fall 2021 state championship. 30-game win streak in spring state championship. And going forward again here. Fouls it off, so we resume full count. Almost clears the large hill over there. And now the Roth Tigers are in the house. And walks him. Now up to bat, number 10, Kyle Proctor. And right to the center fielder, so Silo will strand one. But they score 2 more runs, so it is a commanding 10-0 lead as we head to the top of the 6th inning.